Hello, hello, hello. We have a lot to talk about. I had very high expectations for this pay-per-view, and I can say that they were exceeded. Sorry, PLE, I keep forgetting, but I'm starstruck right now. I'm recording this like a couple hours after the PLE. It is currently 1 a.m. EST. So yeah, the 1 a.m. Warriors back at it again, and I think we're just gonna go through and we're gonna review the Elimination Chamber card, and we're gonna talk about some of the repercussions that this has. We're gonna get this out of the way, gang. My entire childhood is a lie. Since it's all said and done, I think I can say that I pleasantly enjoyed watching this show. I wasn't let down by anything, but I definitely was pleasantly surprised by a couple of matches. We'll go in order so we can just hit topic by topic and not make it too confusing. The women's Elimination Chamber match was pretty good. It wasn't crazy. Like, it wasn't overdone, and it wasn't this masterclass. It wasn't this excellent match, but they told so many stories, and they told all these different stories within the same match, and it felt like every story mattered. There were a lot of really good sequences, and of course, the hair whip that Bianca did to Liv, that was crazy. But let's not look past the elephant in the room, Jade Cargill. So this is Naomi and Bianca Belair's indirect heel turn. We know what's coming next. And of course, Bianca went on to win the chamber, so this is really interesting, and I want to see how they take this. They protected Alexa throughout the match. Roxanne looked really good, looked like a complete star, looked like the future of the company. Bayley and Naomi, they together just put their working boots on and they played their part well. And of course, Liv and Bianca, they went out there, they did their thing, they hooped. This isn't normally my thing to do, but if I was to give it a rating, I think I'd give it a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It was a really good opener. We'll go a little more in depth with both Bianca versus Rhea as well as the Jade situation when we get to the repercussions part of the video. But following this match, I said it in the last video, I didn't care for the tag team match. I didn't care because they didn't really give you a reason to care. It was just kind of put there for the Trish nostalgia thing, which I get. They're in Toronto, it makes sense. However, it wasn't a bad match by any means. That's not what I'm saying. It wasn't great, but it was pretty decent. And once again, we'll keep the theme of giving ratings. I'll give it a 5. There were a couple of cool moves, and it was a good tag team match. It's what you expected. It didn't miss my expectations, but it also didn't exceed them. Once again, this is a raw reaction, so if I go back and watch the match, I could either hate it or love it more or less. I don't know. But taking it at face value where it is right now, to me, it was just mid, and that's not a good nor a bad thing. Not every single match on the card needs to be a heater, especially when you had Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match. Oh my god. Match of the year. Plain and simple. Match of the year. It's going to be extremely hard to beat it. This was phenomenal. And y'all know me, I'm not really a fan of this style, but I was enjoying it. I loved every second of it. I think the reason why I liked it so much was because it had a reason to have so much aggression, and it had a reason to be so violent. The storytelling and commentary did it so much justice. I'm not going to go into the spots because I think it's just something you have to experience yourself. I don't know where I would even start with describing the match. It was that good. Barbed wire in WWE in 2025. That's insane. And as expected, Kevin won, and then Randy Orton came out and put belt to ass, gang. He gave RKOs, all these different security guards. It was a moment. I'm serious when I say this. I think Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn unsanctioned match is match of the year. And I believe me, I know you say it's just March. You're gonna say it's just March. I know, but I don't see anything competing with it. There's just certain matches you watch and you get the feeling and you know that it's great. We are here for WrestleMania. We are here for Kevin versus Randy in whatever capacity. We were also here for the men's Elimination Chamber match, which I gotta say, CM Punk is on demon time. That boy was dead kicking out of everything. So Priest rolled up McIntyre because McIntyre was too focused on John Cena, so this is really making me think, where are they going to take Drew McIntyre with this? This match was just dead chaotic because Logan was hitting a frog splash off the top of the pod. It was just, there was so much random stuff happening. Like I said, I think Punk kicked out of a pedigree two AAs, and a curb stomp. And this boy Seth just went on, like, he went full tweaker mode. Like, I'm really confused as to where they're taking this, because they can do so many different things. It's like they are in the best possible position right now. They have so many options, and every single one of their options makes sense and will be successful if they go down that path. So it's like, what do you do? Anyways, let's cut the shit. We all know John Cena won the Chamber, and we know what happened after. This is the greatest heel turn of all time, and it damn well might just be the greatest segment of all time. I'm not trying to get political or religious here, but there were so many biblical, like, forms of symbolism in this entire segment, selling your soul, basically, like, all that stuff. This entire storyline right now could have like a 3-hour long documentary of just going in depth to all the things that are going on, like undertones wise. This might as well just be the end of the PG era. We are fully in the Renaissance era. And I'm going to say a take here, and it might be a little bit controversial, but Travis Scott being there has the symbolism of WWE being like this global superpower and being this like super thing that everybody wants to be a part of. I'm most definitely thinking way too far into this, but nobody's going to tell me I can't be a fan. I'm going to be a fan. This is the professional wrestling I love, bro. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, everything makes sense. There's not a soul on God's green earth that actually thought that this was going to happen, but it happened anyway, and it made so much sense. It's so crazy that John Cena did a Make-A-Wish, like, before this. That kid is probably crying right now. He's most definitely still sobbing 2 hours later. Like, this is the defining moment. This might just be the biggest moment in wrestling history. Like, I feel like I've already said that, but this might just be the biggest moment ever. John Cena turned heel. My childhood is a lie. Hustle, loyalty, respect is no longer, like, that's not the thing for John anymore. Wow. We're gonna sequence into the repercussions section of the video now, because there's obviously so many repercussions that's gonna come of just this moment. This entire farewell tour is just like, it's shifted. It's completely changed now. And this begs the question, what does CM Punk do at Mania, and what is CM Punk's favor to Paul Heyman? Is he gonna pull the strings on route to getting a match with, like, Cena and Cody being in a triple threat in the main event of WrestleMania? Is he going to get himself a match with Dwayne? Is he going to get himself a match with Seth? Is he going to do Seth and Roman? What's coming up next? Once again, yes, I'm a mark. I'm having fun with this. I'm having fun with professional wrestling. I just saw someone on Twitter say that John Cena and The Rock are the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Jesus Christ. It ain't even been 5 hours yet, bro. And now Cody's in like these deep waters. He doesn't have Kevin. He's probably not going to have Randy because he's going to be occupied with Kevin. So now who's on Cody's side? Is it Punk and Roman? What is it? Are we really about to get Summer of Punk 2? Is that what we're getting to right now? I wouldn't be complaining. Going into this, I was thinking it was going to be Punk versus Rollins versus Cody in the main event of Mania, while Cena and McIntyre had a match. But now it's Cena and Cody. What does McIntyre do? But getting away from the men's elimination chamber match, let's go back to the Kevin and Sammy match. So is it going to be Kevin versus Sammy and Randy, or is it going to be Kevin versus Randy? Because I don't see a world in which Sami Zayn isn't at WrestleMania, and I also don't see a world in which Sammy isn't involved with Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Because guys, remember, it is a 7-week build to WrestleMania. It's not the typical 4 to 5 weeks. We have 7 weeks until Mania. We have 7 weeks until Mania, and there's really only 4 matches confirmed. My head is moving at 1,000 miles per hour because there's so many possibilities. It is the perfect time to be a professional wrestling fan. But now let's shift into the women's elimination chamber results, because we know Bianca won it. And we know Bianca has the match with Rhea. I think there's 3 possibilities. There's, of course, Bianca versus Rhea, and then there's Naomi versus Jade Cargill. There's a fatal 4-way between Bianca, Naomi, Jade, and Rhea. And then there's the triple threat in somehow, some way, don't know how it happens, but it's Rhea versus Io versus Bianca. This basically guarantees that Naomi and Jade Cargill will be involved in one way or another. Regardless of how you feel about Jade as a worker, it's enticing nonetheless. And now you're looking at Liv. What's Liv doing? Are they really keeping the tag titles? Is it going to be Liv and Raquel versus a women's tag team? Like, is that what they're going to do for Mania? What's Alexa Bliss doing? Who's she getting involved with? Is Io going to turn heel? What's happening? It's set in stone. Bayley Bailey versus Rox. That's set in stone. That's happening, and Rox is probably getting her first WrestleMania win. Is Io gonna lose to Rhea tomorrow night? It's technically Sunday right now for me. It's 1:45 in the morning. Is Io gonna lose to Rhea and then turn heel and like turn on Dakota? And are we gonna get Io versus Dakota at Mania? It might be a little far fetched, but Io has been tweaking lately. We're so close yet so far from WrestleMania. It's like so many things can happen. I might be tweaking with a few of these scenarios because I'm a mark and I'm fantasy booking and whatnot, but I could see all of these happening. What we learned in class today is that Elimination Chamber 2025 was insane. And it was interesting, and it's planted a lot of seeds for a lot of different things. Every match banged besides the tag match, and the ending angle was absolute cinema. I don't know about y'all, but I'm absolutely hyped for the future, and it feels like I'm a kid again watching this shit. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you enjoyed, and I earned it, you guys should like the video, and also subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1K. We are so close. If you guys are currently thinking about subscribing and need a little bit of motivation, a little bit of inspiration, you know what I mean? Allow my friends to attempt to persuade you into subscribing.
Please like and subscribe to wake
Please
up Noah.
like and subscribe.
Please, I need this.
I beg for you. I beg you.
My
My
mom is
life
kind
is
of
on the
homeless.
line. Please
Please,
subscribe.
I'm Bronson and 5 years old, and when it's 5 years, and I am a degenerate.
Wow, guys, so inspirational, so I do this every time. I record a new outro every single time. I'm getting sick and tired of saying the same thing. Please subscribe, I beg you. But anyways, that's all for me. Y'all stay safe. God bless.